3 years ago, we introduced you to a young woman who had a fresh look on life thanks to a groundbreaking new drug.
And now she's ready to start down a new path, one many may have thought would not be possible. Rob Krieger shares her story, a journey of hope.
Parents and friends, thank you for being here to honor the class of 2021.
Just a few moments on stage, an instant in the limelight.
Ariana Marcel.
And just like that, a dream realized.
I'm really excited. I'm excited to become an adult now and just kind of move on to this next chapter of my life and go to college.
That next chapter for Ariana Marcel, for some, may have seemed far from reality years ago.
I think saying that she wouldn't do certain things would be just kind of like to prepare us, for what to expect.
But Marilyn Dillon, Ariana's mom, never doubted her daughter, even after she learned her little girl had spinal muscular atrophy.
I can remember the day she got diagnosed, even as devastating as it was and emotions was really back and forth. One of the first things in my very first rule was there is no can't.
Oh, there she is.
Dillon is her daughter's biggest cheerleader, so it's no wonder she was so optimistic. But the reality is, spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA, robs you of your movement, withering muscles and minimizing motion as life goes on.
Can I have my test?
We first met Ariana back in 2018 when she was a freshman at Covington High, right after she started her first treatment of Spinraza, a groundbreaking medicine in the fight against SMA.
I know I was losing the ability to do things very quickly before Spinraza.
A healthy person has two genes that make the proteins you need to fuel motor neurons that make your muscles work. But that first gene for someone like Ariana with SMA is damaged. So they rely on the second gene, which doesn't produce enough protein to keep those motor neurons alive. As they die, muscles atrophy or waste away, preventing movement. But Spinraza tricks that second gene, known as SMN2, into making more protein, which keeps the motor neurons alive and the muscles working, giving Ariana more control of her body.
It's hard to take it all in, like what's happening to her, because it's these moments that catch you off guard. It's like she doesn't even have to think, oh, I'm gonna do this thing that I couldn't do before, and just reaches up on the counter. So as you see these things happen and you realize, we have these moments where even I'm like, did you just do that? Do it again.
A lot of things that wouldn't have been a possibility before, it would have just been getting worse. But now we don't have to worry about getting worse. It's just getting better or staying the same, but I've been getting better. I'm able to do things like brush my hair or help clothing myself.
And that's huge because starting in the fall, Ariana is going to college. Enrolled at UL, she'll be living on campus on her own.
I'm very nervous, for sure.
I always knew it was gonna happen. And I've never really been so happy and excited and proud and completely heartbroken at the same time, because she's my best friend.
You see, there's that optimism again. Dillon never thought her daughter wouldn't make it to college, despite her diagnosis and the fact she's the first of her family to do it.
I think probably since I knew what college was going to be, I was like, I'm going to go to college. I've never really not thought I was going to go to college. That's always been my goal.
But as this graduating senior moves out next semester, her mom is saying goodbye to more than a daughter, more like a friend who's been with her every step of the journey.
The sleepless nights and, all the things that's happened in 18 years. And there she is walking across the stage. I get flashbacks to all those moments and that little girl, and there she is, a woman going out into the world and achieving all these things that I never achieved, and excelling at everything she does, and I just know my heart's filled with so much pride.
It's that pride that fuels Ariana. Now planning on becoming a veterinarian, this animal-loving 18-year-old is determined to prove any remaining doubters wrong.
I was a cheerleader, I've done horse shows, and so I feel like college is one of those things, just people don't really expect it, and I just kind of like to prove people wrong. So it's like when they say, you won't do this, you won't do that, it just makes me want to do it more.
With Spinraza keeping her strong in a family that's fiercely proud, Dillon knows her daughter will achieve anything she sets her mind to, even if others aren't used to seeing someone like her achieve so much.
Whether she's in a princess dress, spinning around, dancing, or if she's at my wedding as my maid of honor, dancing with us. Doesn't matter, it's beautiful either way. Our journey just looks a little different.
Rob Krieger, Fox 8, Local First.
Ariana posts her progress through her journey on her Facebook page, and you can find that link to follow her on our website.